Hi, and welcome to the What's Cooking Show. I'm your host today, Joey Quibido with Cash Haven and Piggly Wiggly here in Opelousas.
And I'm Chef Jason Huguet from the Steamboat Warehouse in Washington, Louisiana. And we are here to pick up a few ingredients for our dish today. I'm actually going to be cooking a seafood dish today. Last night I prepped up most of our ingredients for the show. And so today I just need to grab a few things. And one of them is going to be seafood.
Okay.
Like we're going to make like a dressing for the bottom of our plate. And so we need shrimp and crab meat. So if you see here, we have all the shrimp you can ever really ask for. You have so many different kinds.
Different sizes, yeah.
Right. You got 3140s, you have 4150s, you have 150, 250. What we need right now is going to be a 7190s.
Okay.
Some of that size. To me, it's a medium-sized shrimp, and the sweetness of each, like of this size shrimp, to me is the best for this application. Also, we have a few different types of crab meat. You have the cocktail claws, you have claw crab meat, but you also have the regular blue lump crab meat.
Sure, got a wide selection here at the Piggly Wiggly on the north side.
Exactly.
Correct.
So we're going to take these two ingredients and go pick up a few more things in the dairy aisle, and then we'll be done.
I'm right behind you. Jason, we're here in the dairy section at Piggly Wiggly North at 814 Highway 182 North, and we need one of these milks for our recipe. What is it?
Okay, so there's a few options that you can actually use in this dish. A lot of times you'll see people use half and half, but this particular recipe, we're going to use a heavy whipping cream. So we're going to use this Borden's product, and so they'll half pint. So we're going to use that, and we're going to get a couple of these.
Okay.
And so let's grab a few. All right, so let's walk down the aisle. We're going to go to the butters. Again, a wide selection of things. This dish, we only need about 2 sticks of butter, which would be about half a pound, but we want to make sure we use unsalted butter for this dish, and can't really go wrong with the Land of the Lakes sweet cream unsalted butter. So we're going to grab one of those, and we'll be on our way.
Okay.
All right, so we got all our ingredients for our dish. So we're gonna head over to the steamboat and go prepare it. Today on the show, we're gonna making grilled mahi-mahi, fresh mahi-mahi, and we're going to put it on a bed of a nice, fresh, simple, fresh shrimp and blue crab dressing. Okay. And then we're going to drizzle it with a lemon and dill cream sauce, very simple sauce. I'll show you how to make it.
Okay.
Very fun. So
I'm getting hungry.
Get to it.
Let's go. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the What's Cooking Show. We're here on site at the Steamboat Warehouse restaurant in Washington, and we have our own chef, Jason Huguet. He's going to be preparing a nice, wonderful fish dinner for us today.
Yes.
So Jason, where do we start at?
Okay, we have about 2 sticks of the butter that we picked up from the pig earlier.
That's right.
And so we're gonna go ahead and crank it up a little bit. It's all melted and it's pretty hot. So what we're gonna do is add, this is 1 large onion. Oops.
That was a big onion.
Yes.
You're right, Lord.
Yeah, very large onion. So we're gonna put that, and we're gonna put some garlic, and
Now Jason, I'm noticing you're using a chopped garlic here instead of a minced.
this is actually fresh whole cloves of garlic that we actually mince ourselves.
Oh, okay.
I don't like using the ones in the jar, the one that's in water. I don't think it's as much of a flavor as actual fresh cloves of garlic. And you can buy, I've gotten some from the pig before, but you can actually buy peeled whole garlic cloves in the store in a small container. Just take it home and just chop it. You don't have to go through all the aggravation of peeling the whole head of garlic, and it's sticky and it's aggravating. So you can buy that, and to me, it's compared to the little minced in the jar, it doesn't even look like real garlic to me. Pretty sure it is, but it just doesn't look so great. So what we're gonna do next, since this is gonna take us a little while, let's go ahead and we're gonna get our little pan hot, and we're gonna start our sauce in a second.
Okay, Jay, remind everybody, what kind of fish are we working with today?
Okay, today we have a fresh little fillet of mahi-mahi. It's basically, it's a fish that's in the dolphin family. No, it's not flipper. It's not. If anyone at home is old enough to remember that flipper. Yeah. I used to watch it as a kid, but it is in the dolphin family. It's not actually the dolphin you see,
swimming around.
Right. but it's very nice steak, like cut. It's very meaty fish. It's firm. You can actually, it'll hold up on the grill and stuff like that. So it's not like a light, like delicate speckled trout fillet or anything like that. You can do a lot more with it than actually broiling or baking in the oven.
That's correct.
So today we're gonna grill it in a few minutes. Whenever we get to that, we're gonna season it with our own seasoning blend here from here to Steamboat, and we're gonna put it on our little flat skillet right here.
And as you can see earlier in the show, all the stuff that Jason's using here today, you pick up your ingredients at the local Piggly Wiggly store, 8410 Highway 182 North, or the south side,
1305 Heather Drive,
which is the Cash Saver, and you can come pick up all your wonderful ingredients there. And Jason, do you have a special sauce that's going with this fish today?
Right, we are gonna take, we got some fresh dill right here, and if you haven't at home, anyone has never really used it before, fresh dill, it just smells like exactly what it sounds like, a dill pickle. It smells like a dill. To me, the best thing that you can actually use it for is fish, any variety of ways. This sauce, you can't get much simpler than this. In a little bit, we're gonna take a fresh lemon and maybe half of it and squeeze a little bit in there in our sauce, and we're gonna let that reduce with the cream. And whenever it comes, to the end of the sauce and it's just about ready, we're gonna roughly, like really rough chop, really simple, the dill, and we'll drop it in there at the last minute. You don't wanna, it's not like a herb like thyme or rosemary that's really like hardy.
Right.
It's not one like thyme or rosemary. You can actually put it early in the cooking process. Something that's very delicate like dill or maybe basil is those kind of herbs you usually would like to put towards the end of the cooking process. And so today, we're gonna put it right at the end. It's gonna keep its green color, give it a little brightness to the sauce, and then we'll just drizzle it on top.
Nice and aromatic. You can really smell it.
Very aromatic. Like you can smell it from here. So
yeah, definitely. But Jason, tell everybody like these Steamboat hours and stuff.
The hours of Steamboat, we are closed on Mondays, but we are open Sundays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're open from Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9:30. Friday and Saturday nights, we're open from 5 to 10:30.
And Sunday you have
11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's just
brunch,
lunch.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's your best time of the week.
Yeah, people ask me all the time. I said, man, that's the best day to come because the weekends are crazy and there's always something going on. It's busy, packed, and Sunday it's more laid back. It's not as like hectic. You can just come, relax, go outside if it's a pretty day, go on the back deck and just drink your little mimosa or Bloody Mary and from a hard
week of working,
and stuff like that, and
just kind of chilling back.
Yeah,
that's great, fantastic. Now, a lot of these recipes that you're using and may use on your specials at night.
Yeah, we always do different specials. We try to bring in a lot of different fish from around the world, actually. We get a lot of fish from Hawaii that's been flown in fresh overnight. We've talked about that a few times. This past weekend, we had a duck breast with a little homemade blackberry glaze, which was a real big hit. We served it with a pecan, wild rice, pilaf, and grilled asparagus, and we put a little kosher salt and cracked black pepper on our asparagus, and they're crispy off the grill. So that's a little compliment to it.
Definitely.
So we're gonna let this onions go a little bit more.
Okay.
And then we're gonna let our sauce go for a second. And then let's just take a break. We'll come back and we'll start our fish.
Sounds great. So join us back for more What's Cooking in just a few minutes. We're back with the What's Cooking show. Again, we have Jason with us here today, making some nice fish dish. And Jason, where are we at now?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let's turn this on.
Heat that up, okay.
Heat it up. Put it about medium. You don't want it too high.
Okay, gotcha.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our fish fillet, and we're just gonna put a little bit of seasoning on here, both sides. Pretty little fillet we got.
Now you're using your own seasoning that you
Yes, this is actually this same.
at the restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're using right here. So we're gonna put that on the side, let that sit for our pan to get hot. Over here, we're gonna go ahead and add our shrimp. Add some fresh shrimp.
Mm-hmm. That's the one we talked about earlier at the store.
Yep, it's a 70-90 count.
70-90, correct.
Now, I'm not gonna put all the shrimp. This is probably about a pound and a half, something like that. Now, all we're gonna do is wait for this to get a little pink. Once it gets pink, we're gonna add our fresh crab meat that we have over here. Got some fresh crab meat that I cleaned. And okay, while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and we're gonna cut our lemon in half. And we're gonna squeeze. Now you wanna make sure that you don't let any seeds get into your saucepan. You don't want a whole lot. I actually did not squeeze the whole half, so you could use a little bit less than half of lemon for this size of pan. You know, you can make a bigger batch and use
Maybe the
how
whole
much lemon you want. And everyone has a different taste. Whenever the sauce is about finished, you can taste it. You need a little more lemon, add lemon.
Right.
Lemon goes great with any kind of seafood.
Especially with dill.
Exactly. It's just gonna complement each other. So what we're gonna do is wait till our pan gets hot, and we're gonna go ahead and it's pretty much getting there.
Well, I tell you what, while you do that, we can go ahead and remind everybody at home how you can get a copy of these recipes that are done here on the show. You can go to our website on the computers, kdcg.com. Click on the What's Cooking Show, and all the wonderful recipes that all of our wonderful chefs, including Jason himself,
Over the years,
have done and put all of this together. And the guys at KDCG put it all together for us, really nice and stuff. And whatever you need to find on that, it's categorized and everything else. And you can find just about anything done.
go to YouTube, search for the What's Cooking Show.
That's right.
Or actually, video demand nowadays, I'm sorry.
That's right.
You
That's
can,
right.
you can watch them straight off the website. We're gonna baste our fish like that. And so we have him on a little, this is a lipless cast iron skillet. Basically you want to put on about medium heat. Takes a little while. If you could actually speed up the process if you just want to sear it real hard and then throw it into an oven, about 350, 400 degrees. It would cook in no time. Of course, fish you don't want to cook, overcook it, so
Right.
just be careful of that. Our shrimp obviously don't take long to cook, so they're starting to get a little pink color. It's always important to use a good, nice fresh shrimp.
Yes, it is definitely. There's got to be Louisiana
Oh yes.
products.
White shrimp.
If you want a good product, you have to see, especially seafood.
Yes.
You have to get the Louisiana brands.
Our sauce is cooking down nicely. All you want to do is remember your sauce. You cook it to your desired consistency. Like some people like a sauce that's a little bit more runny, watery than others. I like it in a medium range. Some people like it really thick where it just coats the fish and doesn't drip over.
Right.
I like it a little bit in between the two.
Yeah, I
so-
like it like you in the medium part.
And it's cooking down nicely. It wasn't long. It's not on high. We're just letting it kind of do its own thing for now. Shrimp are looking
Do
good.
you add anything else besides what's in it now, Jason? Just a little bit of seasoning or something? Or?
What's that in here?
Yes.
No, you could at home. You could put a little bit of all-purpose seasoning in it to give it a little thing, a little extra, layers of flavor.
But I
But
guess maybe that take away from the dill.
right, and I just want the lemon and the dill to pretty much speak for itself on the fish, and it's going to be beautiful.
Yes,
The fish, you don't really want to do too much to it because it'll mask the flavor of the fish. And if that's the case, then you can put your sauce on anything.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a good quality fish. I mean, because you're tasting just the sauce.
Right.
All right, so our shrimp are just about there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this crab meat. This is a pound of fresh crab meat, white lump. Call it all lump, regular lump. There's so many names for it these days.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So we're going to put that in there, and it's one of my favorite things on earth, crab meat. I can eat crab meat on and in anything.
Oh yeah, me too. I love crab meat.
And the crab meat, people at home, you want to remember that crab meat is already cooked. So all you're trying to do is get the flavor imported into it and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to add salt and a little bit of red cayenne pepper. Don't want to put too much. I know Joey, you can't put too much
I like
for Joey, but for me,
you
you
know
can.
me, I like hot.
So let's flip our fish. Got a nice
Beautiful.
little
Yes.
color on it. And you always want to remember, every time we flip, we want to baste. Always baste a little bit. Keep it moist.
I have to try to find me a little pan like that. What you boys got there?
You'll never believe me when I tell you. I actually found them probably be about, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago.
Wow.
Right there in Washington at the dollar store. Never seen them since then. Just that one time.
I'm gonna have to see if I can maybe locate one of those. Maybe Gilly would have that.
Should?
Good. I'll have to try and see. I'd love to have one of those.
I'm
pans.
sure you can order one somewhere. That would be good to do, easy to do.
Yeah. They have a lot of good cast iron companies like Lodge is one of them.
Lodge is the first one that comes to mind right now. You know, I would say you could probably try Torgio's in Appaloosa.
Torgio, yeah.
If they don't have it, they probably would get it for you.
Yes, definitely. Oh, everything's smelling here good.
Oh yeah, and this is just really simple. So the only step left into this is gonna be to add some breadcrumbs. And I don't wanna add a lot of breadcrumbs. I want enough just to bind it. You start adding too much breadcrumbs, what happens is it becomes, it just tastes like bread. And the bread pretty much overpowers the entire dish. So,
and with all the nice ingredients here, you don't want to mess up that dish at all.
Yep. See, our sauce is coming along nice. It's close.
I'm excited.
So,
I can't wait to try it.
Let's turn this one down, Joey.
Sure.
This one right here.
Yep. Wrong one.
That way. All right. Let's go. Add a little bit of our breadcrumbs. You want to add slowly. You can always add. You can't take it out. Like I said, just enough to pick up the excess moisture on the bottom. Doesn't take much at all. As you can see, it's pretty much good right there.
Yeah.
You can add just a little bit more, just to make sure. And I mean, we might have added, I don't know, 3-4 tablespoons at the most.
Yeah, that'd be about right, yeah.
At the most. And that's pretty much it. Now, if you're gonna make this in large batches and you need to refrigerate it, what you would do is put it on a tray, flat, and then put it in the ice box so you're adding the surface area so that way it cools off a lot faster and it won't spoil. So let's go ahead and take a break.
Okay.
And we'll finish up the rest of our dish.
Yeah, because I can't wait to eat. Join us back for more What's Cooking in just a few minutes. We're here with Jason again, and he's going to finish up our wonderful, nice piece of fresh fish today with a nice shrimp and crabby stuffing and beautiful sauce that you put on top.
Okay, Joey, so our stuffing is done. You could put this on any fish and bake it, put some Parmesan on it or whatever. You can do so many things with this, so if you only take this and use this today, there's so many applications you can use it on or underneath or whatever.
Just keep it like that.
You could put it in a casserole dish and put breadcrumbs and Parmesan and bake it off.
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
So today we're gonna use it as a base. So, okay, our sauce is about done. So let's go ahead and take our fresh deal. I can just smell it so much right now. So, like I said, I wanna kind of roughly chop it. I don't wanna sit here and chop it like parsley. And what that's gonna do is some of the natural oils are gonna come out. It's gonna be more aromatic. It's gonna give it a little bit more potency in the sauce. So go ahead and cut our sauce off. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of this and add it to our sauce. And to me, I just don't see how you can add too much to this sauce, because the more dill flavor, the better. And that with the lemon alone, these two flavors are what you're gonna taste the most. And see that my flame is turned off when I add it. So that's plenty for now, what we got. So how we would prepare this dish at Steamboat on a weekend or whatever day you come. We're gonna take our, let's take our presentation plate. Let's make sure it's clean. Cleaned it last night, but you know, that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna take, you can see some of our pretty shrimp. We have some crab meat in there. You can see all of it. So we're gonna do that and kind of build it up because we want to build some height for our presentation. Okay, we're gonna take our fish, which is ready. Let's get him off of there. Kind of drain the excesses off of it. Oh, you can do that too.
There we go.
Make that glove melt on my hand. Call that flambe. We're flambeing here at Steamboat today. So it's pretty enough as it is, right? Like it's got a nice little, pretty little beautiful plate going already.
Oh, I'm
And
really
if you can
hungry.
see this sauce, how beautiful the sauce is, looks great. And you don't want to put too much. You don't want to overpower the whole dish, but you want to make sure that you get a little bit in each bite.
Nice, very nice.
Now, to finish it, since we have some lemon left over from what we used earlier, we can just take some of that dill and just put some little lemon wedges just to make it.
See, they already called for the dish already.
Not open yet.
Wow, that's nice.
Just like that.
And if you want a little bit more lemon and dill, just squeeze your lemon on top of your fish.
Right, and you can actually just put some more dill on top of that.
Right.
And you know what? Just because we have some,
Nothing wrong with that.
put some of our fresh dill sprigs like that. Now that's a good plate to serve in a restaurant.
Definitely. That's definitely first class dish there.
And it's very simple. I mean,
very nice. Yes.
I think the longest thing is to actually pick through your crab meat. You always want to take, if you have fresh crab meat, just pick through it and make sure, because even the best guy who,
Peelers,
right, they're gonna miss some. We're all human. No one can get all the shells out of each pound. So
And that can kind of ruin a dish, especially.
yeah. And I was taught in culinary school. Probably my favorite instructor over the years at John Folse's Culinary School. One day we were in class in the kitchen, and she said it's not necessarily a bad thing if a customer does get one shell or two maybe, because at least it lets them know that it's not imitation crab meat, it's real crab meat. So you don't want to have shells in your dish when you're giving it to your customers, but if someone gets one, at least they know it's real crab meat and it's proof that you're using
One
fresh.
won't hurt, but if you get 10 as well,
Right,
that's a lot.
yeah. And I've been there before in a restaurant, and I love crab, so I kind of just let it slide, but not everybody will.
If you want to take a lot of pride in the dish that you put out, you need to make sure that all your ingredients are properly handled.
And there's a few ways to actually try to get all the shells out of it. But really, it's tedious work, but it's stuff you have to do.
Definitely.
You just have to.
And when you messing around with pure Louisiana seafood, it's no doubt the best in the world right there.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Gulf of Mexico has everything that we can.
Well, speaking about everything, we remind everybody at home that all the stuff that Jason used today was found at the local Piggly Wiggly store here in La Pelouse.
We are on 8410 Highway 182 North. That's
right.
where we went this morning.
And the other one?
1305 Heather Drive, which is Cash Saver.
And we still known as Piggly Wiggly, but
yes, Piggly Wiggly
the
Cash
name's
Saver.
Cash Saver. And pick up all your fresh ingredients. Or you can find this recipe coming up. We're at
kdcg.com. You can go check out any of these shows on the website. Click on the video on demand. You can click on whatever episode you want to watch, and it'll just pop right up. I do it all the time.
Yes. And if you want to be a guest chef here on the show, you can contact Delta Media and Karen Crow, and they'll set you up an appointment. We try to shoot out.
Or you can email me on the Steamboat Warehouse website.
That's right. Yeah. And if you want to copy this recipe and you don't have access to the computer, you can come to either Piggly Wiggly store here in Opelousas and pick up, or even here. Yeah, that's right. And pick up your recipe, and we'll be glad to give you this one or any other one that you might have seen here on the show.
Whichever one you want.
Jason, thank you so much for cooking us a wonderful lunch today. So
Let's
I
go
know we're
eat.
getting ready to go eat.
Let's go eat.
Thank y'all for watching the What's Cooking Show.